Welcome to the mysterious world of Pokemon. While I may be no Pokemon professor, I know a lot about this world and want to introduce you to it with a little bit of history, but don't expect high quality. I say I know a lot about this world, but I tend to easily forget it, and I only really know about the game world and the anime, but that's not important. In Pokemon, you play as either a boy or a girl on the quest to be the very best like no one ever was. To catch them is your real test, and train them is your cause. Your goal is to beat 8 gym leaders and the Elite Four and become the Pokemon champion in each region you go to. The first Pokemon region is known as Kanto. Is known as the Kanto region. And starting with only 151 Pokemon to catch. In this region, you choose 3 starting Pokemon, those being Charmander, the Fire type, Squirtle, the Water type, and Bulbasaur, the Grass type. Bulbasaur is the least picked. Just so everyone's clear, everyone likes Charmander, but Squirtle's the best. But in special Pokemon games like Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you only get one option. In Pokemon Yellow and Let's Go Pikachu, your starting Pokemon is a Pikachu, and in Let's Go Eevee, you start off with an Eevee. Neither Pikachu and Eevee can evolve in their respective games. The first generation, or Gen 1 of Pokemon takes place in the Kanto region, and the only time the Kanto region has been explored, or it's been explored many times in other games. The games where it's the starting region is Pokemon Red and Fire Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Green, Leaf Green, Pokemon Yellow, and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Gen 2 of Pokemon takes place in the region known as Johto, adding more Pokemon, giving a total of 280 Pokemon to find and catch. The region starters for the Johto region are Totodile, the Water type, Cyndaquil, the Fire type, which, by the way, Cyndaquil, best Pokemon on 2019. Bring it in Sword and Shield. And Chikorita, the Grass type. The Johto region has been explored in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but it first appeared in Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal, and was remade for the DS in Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold. And also, Soul Silver is my first ever Pokemon game. That's why I love Pokemon. Generation 3 of Pokemon takes place in the Hoenn region, adding even more Pokemon for a total of 386 Pokemon to find, catch, trade, breed, whatever. The starters of the Hoenn region are Trico, the Grass type, who is a chameleon, Mudkip, everyone's favorite of Gen 3, the Water type, and Torchic, the Fire type. This region is explored in Pokemon on Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire known as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire only added Mega Evolution to the mix, but hey, at least it was remade. Can say more about our remakes in another video. Primal Growl and Primal Kyogre. Those are the legendaries of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Ruby and Sapphire.
But were they like prime?
They weren't prime in the original. They're just Groudon and Kyogre. Yeah, they added the Primal Evolutions, but it's just another form of Mega Evolution. Generation 4 takes place in the Sinnoh region, adding more Pokemon yet again, and this time with a total of 493 Pokemon on to find, catch. You get the drill by now. Now, the starters of the Sinnoh region are Piplup, the water type, a cute little penguin, Chimchar, the fire monkey, and Turtwig, the grass tortoise, who evolves into Torterra in its third evolution. This region is explored only in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and was the last game to feature the fact that you can travel to the past regions. Yes, you can travel to the past regions in each game. In Pokemon Red and Blue, you can only explore the Kanto, but in Silver and Gold, you can travel from Johto to Kanto and fill out the Kanto version of the Pokédex, and try and complete it. Hoenn, you can go to Johto and Kanto. Sinnoh, you can go to Hoenn and Johto, Kanto. Once Gen 5 came around, they kind of stopped allowing you to go to the past regions. The 5th generation of Pokemon takes place in the Unova/New Unova region. I say new/New Unova. Unova/New Unova because in Pokemon Black and White versions, it was called the Unova region, but in Black and White versions 2, it was called the New Unova. Don't get it, but okay, I'm rolling with it. They added more Pokemon in the Unova region, adding to the total of Pokemon to become 694. No, I'm sorry, 649. Why? Bloopers, yay! The stars of the Unova region are Tepig, the fire-type pig, Snivy, the grass snake, and Oshawott, the water otter. Thank you, Thomas. The Unova... Gen 5 is the only time the Unova region has really been explored. But they kind of also... So, the Unova and New Unova region only exist in one game, while they still exist in the whole of the Pokemon universe. The only games that feature the Unova region is Black and White versions, and the only time the New Unova region is explored is Black and White versions 2. So, yeah. On to the next generation. Generation 6, where Mega Evolution was first introduced in the Kalos region. And I've been playing Pokemon X recently, so yeah. Even my cameraman played it, and he loved it. I can let you play Pokemon X if you want. Just ask anytime. Plus I have 2-3S, so I can just play my game. The Kalos region star... Oh wait, I didn't even say the total. In Kalos, the total of the Pokemon has been increased yet again. And, surprise, surprise, for a total of 721 Pokemon. And actually, it's the only region that has super training. But it's also the region that introduced the whole caretaking feature of your Pokemon. Except you can't cure status effects with the caretaking. You can feed and become better friends with your Pokemon, which can actually help out. Oh yeah! Yeah, it was the first 3D graphics. From Generation 1 to Generation 5, it was all pixelated. Generation 5 was like one of the introductions to moving pixels, but Gen 6 was the first 3D graphics. So, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that, Thomas.
I just remember that. I remember I played X, Y, and
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Now let's get to the starters of the Kalos region. In the Kalos region, you can start off with the 3 options. Once again, water, grass, fire. Let's just get their names and what they look like. Froakie, the water type, who is a frog and evolves into a frog ninja.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's Greninja. Final evolution. Also, hashtag Ash Greninja. Then Chespin. I have no clue what he is. He's the grass type.
The Pine Needle.
The Pine Needle Pokemon.
Yeah, the Needle Pokemon. That's what he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. What animal is he supposed to look like, though?
They're not all supposed to look like animals.
I know, but they're all based off of something.
He's based off like a pine needle.
I'll just roll with it.
Weird, say Pine Needle Pokemon.
The Pine Needle Pokemon. And Finnegan, the Fire Fox, who learns psychic abilities. Yeah. It's a fire witch. And Pokemon X and Y are the only games that have the Kalos region. And now we're getting on to the final generation until Sword and Shield. Which, once Sword and Shield is out, I'll be basically redoing this. Just on my own. Now, Generation 7. The current final generation. It takes place in the Alola region, which is based off of Hawaii, with 4 main islands. I've never been.
Neither have I.
Then how can you say you love it? Do you love the idea of going there?
No, my friend was there.
Ah.
He told me all about it. It sounded good.
Well, the Alola region, once again, more Pokemon found. And the total of the grand total of the Pokemon is 809 Pokemon. Once the new generation comes out, I need to figure out how much Pokemon they're adding.
You need to look it up.
True. And the Alola region actually is the first game that introduced region variants of Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, because Rattata is normally a purple small rat, but in the Alola region, in every other region, it's a normal type. But in the Alola region, Rattata is actually a dark normal type, and features black fur and looks different.
That's kind of confusing, but also kind of cool.
Yeah, and once they introduced Pokemon variants, eventually they added that to Pokemon Go.
Oh my god.
So I have normal Rattata and Alola Rattata.
Okay, so like it's not a variant for every type.
It's only certain Pokemon are affected, like based off of the region's climate and stuff. Like an Executor, do you remember what an Executor looks like?
Yes, I remember.
In Alola, it has a tall neck.
Oh yeah.
And it has a tail with its own mind.
So it's like a weird version of giraffe.
It kind of. It's still 3-headed, but it's way taller.
So weird version pre-giraffe.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up editing in like a picture of normal Executor and then Alola Executor beside it.
Keep going.
Yeah. In Generation 8, they got rid of the Super Training, but traded it for Pokepelago, a place where you can find random Pokemon just hanging out, and find beans where you can feed your Pokemon and become better friends. And it introduced PokeCare, where you can actually, after a battle, you can groom and take care of your Pokemon. If your Pokemon has a status effect on it, you can use an item to get rid of that status effect without having to go to a Pokemon Center or you waste one of your healing items. It is very helpful. All you need to do to activate it before the end of a battle, press the Y button. Then, once the text is gone, PokeCare. Yeah. And now, time for the Gen 7 starters. First, I will start with the most beloved of the 3 starters. Rowlet, the grass type. Rowlet is an owl Pokemon that, just so everyone knows, Pokemon have different personalities and stuff, just like people. But Rowlet is an owl, that starts off as the grass and flying type. The first ever Pokemon starter to start off with a dual typing. Honestly, I was surprised. Like, normally you have to wait until the third evolution to see at least only one of them having a dual typing. But in this generation, all 3 final evolution has a dual typing. Rowlet's final evolution, Decidueye, being a grass ghost type. Lit in the Fire Cat, who is the fire type starter of the Alola region, evolves into Incineroar, or a fire and dark type. And the most hated Pokemon of the 3, Poplio, who is a water type, the Water Seal. Yeah. I don't remember its final evolution name. I never cared for it. But its final evolution is a water psychic type. So, yeah. First time all 3 evolutions have a duo typing. Well, I haven't said which games hold the Alola region. The Alola region is only in Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. And in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, all they did was put in any amount of Pokemon, put in every Pokemon that they weren't able to in Sun and Moon. That's the only reason why I should get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon over Sun and Moon. So, yeah, that's it. Wait till Gen 8.
My name is Samantha Graves, and I am a junior.
My name is Dakota. I'm in 11th grade.
Dragon, Ice, Electric.
Steel, Dragon, Bug.
I prefer the video game.
The video game, absolutely.
I like the variations and how unique they'll make it. About 1,000 or something.
I believe that there are currently over about 820, like around that point.
Unova region.
Region. When it comes to like favorite regions to explore and what I enjoyed the most of just going around, seeing everything, it has to go to Generations 5 region, the Unova region.
Honestly, just the experience of meeting all these new creatures.
About the world itself, it's mostly just about collecting the Pokemon, seeing their story, how they work, how they battle. It's a very, it's what I've adored about the series ever since I started playing it.
Well, I did say that my favorite region was Unova region. However, if I was going to say Gen, it has to be the Hoenn, which will be the Dirt.
It has to be Generation 5. It has, Generation 4, I mean. It has the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, along with Pearl, Platinum, and Diamond, which were my first series of games. 5 has a special place in my heart, but 4 definitely takes a spot.
From each gen, okay. First generation, I love Blastoise. Second generation, that one's a Steelix. Definitely Steelix. Nah, going 1. Third gen, whew. Swamp Dirt? Nah, Mudkip. Fourth generation, Garchomp. Fifth generation, oh, that one's actually hard. I actually really like Reshiram, one of the legendaries in 5th gen. And in 6th gen, I actually didn't play it much. Dude, if I was going to say one of the favorites, it has to be Greninja, because it's the one I've played the most with, and I've enjoyed its Pokemon. 7th generation, which is Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, and basically the lovely high Hawaii region. That one is the hardest one. I don't really have a favorite, so I'll go ahead and just pick 2, which would be Popplio and Rowlet, just those 2 cuties.
Popplio is the most hated of the 3.
Oh yes, but it was the starter I picked when I got my first Pokemon Sun, and it was an adorable little thing. First generation, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur.
It's gonna name the stars, aren't you?
Generation 2.
Now name the stars.
Oh, that's not fair.
You can only name 1 star then.
Okay. Cyndaquil. Steelix. Didn't say I couldn't. Second generation actually had a really small amount.
It's bigger than Gen 1.
No, it's actually about the same size.
Total size.
Moriel. And then Generation 3, Mudkip. And go ahead and say that out of the bat. Oh wow. Metagross. Halteri. That one's beautiful. Dragon flying Pokemon. Alright, and then Gen 4, Garchomp, of course. Lucario. And Pichu. No, not Pichu. Not that Pichu. God, I keep forgetting its name. I gotta name a regular one, I guess. Palkia. Go ahead and say a legendary because I don't remember the name of it. Raichu was Generation 1. That's what I was thinking of. Generation 5, Survivor. Not Survivor. The grass. Darn. Piglet. Go ahead and say my start. Yeah, Piglet. Reshiram. It's Piglet.
They're talking about the starter?
No? Fine, it's Tipig then, but there was a Pokemon. Anyways, Tipig, Reshiram, I don't even remember how to say that one. And here's the part where I'm like, wow, the Unova region's Pokemon are really hard to pronounce.
That's what the Unova belongs in the tribe.
Yes, the flying Pokemon. 6th generation, Greninja, Tyranitar? I said that right? Tyranitar? I'm saying it right? Alright. Cause I was thinking, don't call it the other one. Kind of my 6th generation, I hardly played any of it. So I was hoping you'd let me say at least one other Key.
Generation 6 and 7, you could say 2 stars.
Alright, I would say 2 stars. Really? Yeah, best part about it, I don't know the other ones' names. It's like the only generation I hardly play though. What? Wait. Oh, that counts. You know what counts? Mega Mewtwo X.
I'm not counting the Megas.
They're new Pokemon. Came down.
They're only stronger forms of Pokemon that are.
No, but the fact that I said one, I don't even remember the legendaries' names. That is how bad it is. Yeah, why are you giving me answers?
I'm telling you names of Pokemon.
Why about the
So that way you can.
Are you letting me say for Generation 8 with Generation 7 for Pokemon Sun and Moon, will you let me do the those Marowak with the ghost one?
I'll count Pokemon variations.
Okay, so
But
the
not this.
they don't actually have different names. They're just called Marowak, Raichu. Ah, okay, Alola Marowak, Alola Raichu, and my lovely Popplio.
You was true.
Alright, for Generation 1, it goes to, Generation 1's a hard one, because I'm not extremely familiar with it, but they're, is Pinsir from Generation 1?
This one I don't know what you are just letting me.
Huh?
I was letting you think something.
Alright, well, I don't want to be generic.
I know, it's just, I know them very well, but
Just give me a quick second to think. Oh yeah, Generation 1, Alakazam. Easy. Generation 2, it would be 3 from each generation. Oh, okay. I
That's
see.
why I said I'll let you name each stars.
Okay. So for Generation 1, it is Alakazam, Machoke.
Doesn't have to be favorites, just anything.
Well, I'm listing my favorites. That's because that's easier. Yeah, Alakazam, Machoke, and Gyarados. And from Generation 2, it would be Steelix. What was that in Generation 2? Oh, Heracross and Lugia. For Generation 3, it would be Houndoom, Groudon, and Swampert. And for Generation 4, it would be Scizor, Darkrai, and Rotom. And for Generation 5, it would be Huron, Kling Klang, and Hydreigon. And for Generation 6, it would be Excavalier. No, not Excavalier, Aegislash. Aegislash, Trevenant, and Yveltal. And from Generation 7, it would be I'm just trying to think of the ones that were what's the name of the bug one that No, the one that runs away. The flat one that evolves into the golem-like one. The one I named you, boy.
I do not remember.
It's Guzma's Ace.
I know. I don't know the name of the Pokemon.
Oh, sorry. For me, it would be for Generation 7. Wait, 7? Yeah. It would be Buzzwole, Necrozma, and Celestial. Generation 7 had an amazing set of legendaries, and it's why I love that generation a lot. Ever since I was a kid, like, there's one Pokemon where no matter what phase I was in, what I enjoyed and didn't, what team I had, it would be Regigigas. Big bulky boy, hard to find. When you find him, it was just like this big event, and you couldn't believe what you saw. And I connect with him a little bit for being kind of slow, but having a lot of power kept within him. All right.